By the end of this video, you'll understand why Ripple just made a move that could change how Wall Street handles trillions in trades, and what it really means for XRP holders. Ripple just announced they're launching Ripple Prime in the United States with a brand new Delta One business. If that sounds like financial jargon, stick with me because this is actually huge. Delta One is Wall Street speak for equity derivatives that move exactly one-to-one with the underlying asset. Think of it like synthetic stocks that big institutions trade when they need speed and efficiency. And Ripple just got regulatory approval to bring this service to US markets using their blockchain infrastructure. Here's why this matters right now. Ripple Prime already handles billions in crypto transactions for institutional clients overseas. Now, they're expanding into traditional equity markets on US soil, the most regulated financial market in the world. And if you want to understand where this trend is heading and how to potentially position yourself, hit follow now, because the next 12 months are going to separate the people who saw this coming from those who didn't. Let's break down what's actually happening. Ripple Prime is essentially Ripple's institutional trading platform. Banks and financial institutions use it to move money and execute trades. The Delta One business means they're now offering services for equity swaps, contract for difference, and other derivatives that big players use to get exposure to stocks without actually buying them. This isn't some side project. This is Ripple moving directly into Wall Street's backyard. Now here's the detail almost everyone is missing, and I'll come back to why it matters in a moment. This expansion is built on Ripple's existing blockchain infrastructure, the same technology that powers XRP transactions. And this is where ISO 20022 comes into the picture. ISO 20022 is basically a universal language for financial messaging. Right now, when banks send money internationally, they use old systems that can't talk to each other efficiently. It's like trying to connect a rotary phone to a smartphone. ISO 20022 creates a standardized format so financial institutions can communicate seamlessly, sending more data, faster, with fewer errors. XRP is one of the cryptocurrencies designed to be ISO 20022 compliant from the ground up. This matters to everyday people because when the global banking system upgrades its infrastructure, which is happening right now, tokens like XRP that speak this new language become potentially more valuable. It's not just about crypto anymore. It's about being compatible with the future of how money moves. Think about it this way. If every bank in the world decided to switch from email to a new communication system tomorrow, wouldn't you want to understand what that system is and how to use it? That's essentially what's happening with ISO 20022, and Ripple is positioning itself right at the center. Now back to that detail everyone's missing. Ripple got regulatory approval for this US expansion while still fighting the SEC lawsuit. That's significant. It means US regulators are comfortable enough with Ripple's business model to let them expand into equity derivatives, one of the most heavily regulated areas of finance. That's not an accident. That's a signal. So what should you actually watch for next? First, Ripple Prime's client announcements over the next 60 days. If major US institutions start signing on for the Delta One services, that's validation. Second, watch XRP's price action around major ISO 20022 adoption milestones. Banks are required to transition to ISO 20022 messaging by November 2025. That's 18 months away. Third, pay attention to other financial institutions launching similar blockchain-based services in the US. If this becomes a trend, Ripple just got first mover advantage. The bigger picture here is simple. Traditional finance and crypto are merging faster than most people realize. Ripple isn't waiting for permission anymore. They're building the infrastructure while everyone else is still debating whether blockchain belongs in banking. For folks looking to trade these moves as they develop, BitUnix has XRP pairs available. Links in the description if you want to check it out. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Markets are volatile and past performance doesn't guarantee future results. But here's what I know. When a crypto company gets approved to handle equity derivatives in US markets, that's not just another headline. That's a shift. Follow Stack Daily 60 for daily crypto and money tips.